Hey guys, Vazzy back here, and I am back here for the third time today as we have another trade, definitely the biggest of all of them here today, as Seth Jones has been moved from the Chicago Blackhawks to the Florida Panthers. Crazy trade here going down on this Saturday night. Let's go jump into NHL 25 and break it all down. Alright, so I was not expecting to have another trade video out here today, but this is what everything is looking like. Going from Florida to Chicago, starting out with Spencer Knight. So he was a former top prospect of the Panthers, 13th overall pick in 2019. I haven't been as high on him recently. Even looking at his AHL numbers, only a .905 save percentage. I don't know. I think he's still going to be a pretty decent NHL goalie, but I don't know if he's going to be that elite goalie that a lot of us thought he would be. Still, another good goalie going to Chicago. He will have one more year left at that $4.5 million cap hit before he will be an RFA. Florida also sending a first-round pick in 2026 to Chicago in exchange for Seth Jones. So Jones, ever since he got to Chicago, how long has it been now? 2-3 years? Actually, this is going to be his fourth year technically. It's been up and down for him. Look at the plus minuses. They haven't been great. Not on great teams, obviously, as well. You hope that if you're Florida that he can get back to some of his form from his days in Columbus when he was eating all those minutes. He was a great shutdown, top pairing defender. And obviously this is by no means a rental trade. Jones has 5 more years left after this. Chicago is eating $2.5 million of that cap, but still quite a bit. 4th round pick also going with Seth Jones to Florida in this trade here today. So let's go send this trade here from the Florida Panthers to the Chicago Blackhawks and see what they say. So trade rejected. Let me go force this trade through and we'll take a look at the lineups for both of these teams. Alright, so starting out with the Florida Panthers here today. No changes here whatsoever on the forward core, as obviously nothing had been moved around. I currently have Seth Jones slotting in on that second pairing with a guy like Kulikov. Again, you can mix and match here. You have a really solid top 3 now. I wonder maybe they look to add one more guy to solidify the top 4. But just mix and match, see who is playing well. And in the net, you still have Sergei Bobrovsky, and I guess that means Drieger is likely going to end up getting called up to be the backup. And then going to the Chicago side of things, once again, no changes here in the forward core, as no one had moved from there. Defensively, definitely looks a lot weaker without a Seth Jones. You still have Vlasic, you still have Murphy, Del Mastro, up-and-coming guy. But yeah, definitely does take a hit on the blue line there for the Hawks. In the net, still does have Mrazek and Brossoit. I'm guessing they probably move on from those guys sooner than later. You have Spencer Knight, obviously, who can fill in. And then you have Soderblom, who I guess would technically be moved to the AHL, who actually hasn't looked half bad this year. But then quickly giving my thoughts on the trade here today. And honestly, I really don't know what to think. Like, I like it for the Panthers. I don't know how it's going to work in the future when it comes to salary cap. Like, I know you're retaining $2.5 million and it brings him down to $7 million a year. That's still a pretty expensive contract there, but he will fit in nicely on the blue line, like a second, maybe first pairing guy. Like I said, just kind of rotate them, see who's playing well together. And for sure this year, this makes Florida even more of a cup contender than they even were. And yeah, I definitely think after making this trade, you have to think they're going to go on a long run. And for Chicago, I like it as well. You get that first round pick for a team obviously trying to rebuild, trying to get younger, and get everyone to that stage where they're ready to contend again. So it's good getting that first rounder. Who knows, maybe they use it, maybe they end up trading it for someone else. We'll have to see. And then you get Spencer Knight, a young goalie who, honestly, who knows? Maybe he still does become an elite goalie in this league. It's hard to say. But it has been quite publicly noted that Jones has wanted to move on from Chicago, so just to get all those rumors put to bed, you don't have to talk about it in your post-game pressers, and just to avoid the whole situation, I think it was good to make a move now and just get the whole thing done. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video here today. I definitely think that's going to be it for me here today. Anything else I'll just cover tomorrow. But yeah, that'll do it for today's video. I will see you all in the next one.